Welcome to the first of many. This will evolve as I do it month by month by month. I want to do bigger things. This one, I got sick, so I kind of had to rush this one out. This one's kind of a last minute idea. So as we go through the months, the plan is to further expand how far this will go. So we're going to cover anime month by month, and we're going to have a theme to it. So this month's theme is New Year, New Life. So Isekais to start out the year. There were some highs, some lows. We'll get into those. There's 10. I say 10 because I watched 3 seasons of one show. And I'm going to count that as each one is its own. And going into February, obviously, because of Valentine's Day, we're going to do love. But yeah, it's going to be like romance themed anime. So if you watch this and you have a recommendation for an anime that is a good romance anime, leave it down below. Or if you have themes for like something what you could do, what I could do in March, what I could do in April and stuff, because I'm kind of trying to think of good ideas to kind of keep good themes going out throughout the year. Just leave it in the comments. If you join my Discord, we'll be watching anime together, because I stream my anime in there while I'm watching and stuff like that. So if you want to come hang out, make friends, watch some anime together, or recommend something or anything like that, that's in the Discord. You can find that in the link tree in the comments section, or in the information which is below the video. So enough rambling. Let's get into the 10 animes I watched. 2 highly recommends, 4 I'd say good watches, 2 I'd say are kind of and 2 are no-goes. Let's get into it. So, talking about anime number 1 that I watched, out of my top, I'm going to go from 10 to 1 for my most favorite to the least favorite I watched. We're going to start with I think season 1 of this, Rising of the Shield Hero. Season 1 was really good. It seemed really well paced. Good side characters, good main character, good, conflict going on. Really made you feel and care for Naofumi. Raftalia, probably in my opinion, one of my favorite written female characters in anime in the last 10, 15 years. So I think just genuinely great. The dynamic between them two is great. Philo's okay. Not my favorite character, but Naofumi and Raftalia's interactions are great. Like I said, I feel like the first season really set up the beating up on the shield hero, putting him down, making him seem like some evil person to the people, so you kind of sympathize with the shield hero. Normally you'd be like, shield hero, he's a loser, but they did a really good job of making you care about him, making you really feel like a connection to him, and wanting him to kind of turn it around, succeed against all the odds being thrown against them. The dynamic with leading to the Queen's return, I feel very, very just solid anime. Just started out really, really, really strong in my opinion. I think there's some signs in this end of the season where they kind of like start rushing through things, kind of just like, here's new people, they're bad guys. We'll get to that later. And that happens all in like 4 episodes, I think. So we go from the slow build to just like we hit the fast forward button. So I should have taken that as a warning. I thought it was building for the second season, but more to come on that later. But they just like hit the fast forward button and just before we do it, we were off and running. So this one though, still highly recommend. The other seasons, get to it. My second favorite I watched this year, and this one may not go well with people because I know some people like their fantasy power dynamic and isekais. I think isekais shine when they're kind of comedic based, because you can, you're getting isekai into a new world, so you can do anything you want. So I like the new ones that we're getting, like the vending machine one, and then this one, Black Company. Guy's on top of the real world. He's a living the life. He's rich. He doesn't have to really work because he's, the top of the company and living the best life and looking down on all the peasants. But then he gets isekai'd into a new world where he becomes the bottom of the barrel, just another, little slave worker for this company where you're just mining in these dangerous mines and you gotta put in all this grunt work to barely make nothing. You're getting fined left and right for every little thing you do. And he keeps trying to find little ways to get around it. Eventually meets Wannabe, the guy up here, this guy right here, who he ends up kind of tricking into working for him, and then that kind of leads to a couple of dynamics between the two of them. It's just funny, goofy, over the top comedy, in my opinion. They pick up her, who is a dragon. I think it's Rimu or something like that, but she turns into this, and he makes a deal to keep feeding her so that she will protect him so he doesn't get in trouble, caught up, because there's monsters in here. There's several different monsters and stuff he convinces to work for him and stuff like that, and it's stupid goofy. It is, but I think it's a solid watch because this is the kind of isekais I want. I think we've had enough of the power struggles, the fantasy worlds where you're born here, you gotta save the world, you gotta stop the demon lord. Instead, do more goofy ones like this and the vending machine and stuff like that. I love the goofy isekais. I feel like isekai has... You can go the more serious route like Shield Hero, or you can go down this more goofy route and have fun with it, because let your creativity fly and just bam, masterpieces like this. Not a masterpiece, but it's still pretty good. But yeah, I say, let me just make sure I am getting the name right, so I'm not recommending you the wrong show. It is... Whoop, scroll up. It is, the Dungeon of Black Company. So I say pretty great. Kenji. He has very Kamina from Gurren Lagann kind of energy. So kind of dig that. None of that, just funny. So I need more comedy isekais where it's just kind of goofy, off the wall, do your own thing kind of deal and spiel. Next we got Tsuki Michi, Moonlight Fantasy. This one's kind of a mix of the series, it has its kind of serious undertone where does have a storyline that's kind of leading to something. Seems like building for season 2. And then it has a lot of goofy, comedic interactions in it. So again, maybe just hit both sides. So I was like, this is pretty good. I enjoyed it. I would say this is a good watch. I still have to watch season 2, because there's 25 episodes, I think, for season 2. So that will be somewhere on the list. But Tomoe is again another dragon turned into hot anime girl for the purposes of, hot anime girl quota. Was it Mio? I think, Mio. Is a spider that tries killing this guy, but is a freak. Likes to get beaten up. Likes being tested, I guess. You guys see to watch. But she's pretty cool. And then, just good dynamic between the three main characters right here. Trying to make sure I'm at the camera right. Just another, again, someone where he tries to start his own company, starts his own world, starts, recruiting different races to come live in his little, world area thing that is part of her dynamic. Don't want to spoil too much, but, you get to just go watch this. I feel it's pretty good. This would be one of the last few I would recommend. Maybe the last one I recommend on my list, right? That I watched this month. Let's see. No, there's one more I'd recommend. Maybe 2 more. Yeah, 2 more I'd recommend on this list. So, yeah, just Again, good mix of goofy and serious to kind of keep it tied together, because there's one that will come a little later that didn't have really any point. So this one, good to watch, good characters. I don't remember any of the openings for these shows except from Shield Hero, because that one's got some banger openings. Next up, we're back to Shield Hero season 2. Should have taken more warnings from this, how quick paced it was, how rushed it felt. It has some good moments, and like Raftalia, still great. I feel Naofumi evolved a little bit, pick up a few more characters to kind of like keep building this side cast and stuff to make, more characters to kind of someone to relate to, have more dynamics moving around the group and stuff. But I don't know, we go from those people that we introduced in the last one as bad guys. You thought they were going to keep fighting? No. Now all of a sudden they're best friends because they got to beat the Spirit Tortoise and the guy controlling the Spirit Tortoise, because they're just friends now. Because I don't know why we don't just kill them and then kill guy killing or controlling Spirit Tortoise. Instead, we'll work together and become friends all of a sudden, because we're friends now, and friends are friends, and we can do stuff better as friends. So this is one that bothers me, because like I said, season 1, so good. Like, I thought season 1 was top tier. I was so excited for this series to continue. And then season 2 happened. And I was like, we just kind of, the villains are now good guys. Or at least, like, neutral. But they're kind of acting too nice for my own good, or my liking. And then we get teleported to New World, and now we're just completely friends. And we're going to rush through that in like 6 episodes. Like, instead of anything in depth of this like alternate world, we're just going to rush through it just so we can get back home and on to the next rush, because we're just rushing. It's speeding straight forward. No more building. No more like what I feel is proper anything. Just go full speed forward. We're rushing forward. So I still enjoyed it to a point, but the flaws are really starting to show. And one more time it's going to show up on the list, and that one's not. The next show, this is one I do recommend to watch. I thought it was hilarious. It is Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout. So, where is it? This guy, the suave guy with the suit and the glasses, and this girl here are in real life, or their world, they were best friends for like ever, since like kids. They were both guys. They were at a bar getting drunk and stuff, and guy that turns into girl drank too much, made a wish to like be a hot anime babe or something. So his wish was that. His wish right here, suave guy, was to get his friend home safe, which leads to one of his powers in the new world. But you got the girl or guy who turned girl, it's Hanada, and then you got Tsukasa or Jingu right here. This guy, right? This one. But it was, again, one of the stupid, goofy, like animes where it's a bromance, but one's a guy, one's a girl. So but these two have a lot of funny back and forths as they like slowly fall for the new form of each other. Ooh. And it's stupid. I will say straight up, it is stupid. But that's the best part. Comedy is supposed to be stupid. It's supposed to be funny and just goofy and nonsensical all the times. Like, so they fully embrace that. There's like fights where he's like worried about fighting with him or her, over like some disagreement or something, or her not taking care of herself and stuff, while the boss is just like, hello, you gotta pay attention to me. It's stupid, genuinely, but I love it. Love every second of Takeoff. Love every second about it. Great. I actually like the opening for this one as well. Just had a good catchy opening, and it's just one of those obscene, like, you got isekai, but now you're a girl because you were a guy and now you're a girl, but you're with your best friend, but you're so beautiful that your best friend's following for you, and you are starting to fall for his traits because he's such a good guy protecting you. And as part of his wish to get his friend home safe, he has a power where he can summon his friend's apartment into the new world. But that's it. Just that. They can't like leave that to go back to their home world or anything. It's just the apartment as was. So stupid, funny, kind of like goofy, chaotic. Like I said, more comedy isekais. Comedy isekais are the best because that's where I feel like creativity really shines for the creators. The next anime we're going to talk about is, I'm probably going to butcher this, Seirei Gensoki 2 Spirit Chronicles Season 2, obviously. I watched Season 1 late last year, and I had to keep going to watch the Season 2. I think it was a step up from Season 1. Ryo, the main character, even though he's like super overpowered, which is normally a problem in the isekais, he's not a very bland character in my opinion. I really like his character. He's not like insufferably just like, oh, I hate this guy. He's very reasonable, has a purpose, has points behind why he does everything he does. There's a lot of, harem aspects to this one, which he's oblivious to that, but it's because he's got, he's actually got real motivations to why he's doing what he's doing. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was even better. The opening was pretty good for this one. I like all the characters. And like I said, the main character, rare for them to stand out in these, like this kind of like dynamic. Normally they just make a lot of hot girls to cover up for the bland main character with no purpose other than hero to save the world. But yeah, I genuinely like this main character. This one right here, he was a solid main character. We like Ryo. We stand for Ryo. And there was like some elements of where he kind of picked up on people liking him because he liked them, and saves. That's silly, right? Yeah, silly. Right here, from getting married to some jackass. So I think there's a season 3 or going to be a season 3 or something like that. Like they kind of left it open if I remember. So I mean, obviously this just finished airing in December, so there's that too. So I'm looking forward to more of this if there's more. They left kind of a cliffhanger, so it's very cool fantasy world aspects to this one, and with the main character not being insufferable, that's always a plus. Where's my head? Like, my head locked? It's like looks like I'm looking down, but yeah. Okay, so now that we've gotten through the great ones, the two like really great ones that I hold at the top, the next, I think it was 4, right? No. Yes, 4. Next 4 that I'm like, these are good watches if you want to watch isekais. I feel the next, like, first 2 are must watches. The next 4 are, I'm not gonna say they're bad watches if you want to watch them. And then these ones, now we're getting into the is. Now we're getting into the, like, I really toughed it out finishing these ones. This one is no longer allowed in another world. It handles some more borderline topics like unaliving oneself, because main character Sensei tried unaliving himself because of some family issues in between him and his lovers' families in their world. They tried to unalive themselves and were brought to the new world, and there's just constantly unalive jokes of him trying to unalive himself and some goofy dynamics and stuff to us. It was funny to a point, but it was also a little... It's a very, like, trigger warning, I would say. Like, don't go watching it if you have issues with any unaliving things and stuff. Like, it is a very... What would I say? Darker side of anime kind of thing. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either. Like I said, it was a good watch. It was like one of those, I'll watch it once, probably never watch it again, probably forget about it in like 6 months or so. Just the most point, but it was just watch. And now we're getting into the bad. Like I said, season 1, so strong for me. I don't know why they went from 25 episodes down to 12 episodes for each the second and third season. Because there's like, it seems like there's so much they could flesh out, right? So much they could go deeper into, kind of explain more of like what's all going on. That we're just like, it feels like, especially season 3, they're way lost in the direction. They've lost all direction of this show. There's like, we've got like 6 side stories going on, and it's all happening in like 12 episodes. So it's like everything's just so splintered, so all over the place. Like, why did we go from long season to short season? Normally shows start with short seasons and go to longer seasons as the budget increases and stuff like that. Success. So how do we go from long, well planned out, well paced, it felt for the most part season 1, to now we're like bam, 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 flying through so much, rushing a lot of things, and just nothing feels fleshed out. There was some, it definitely seemed like maybe the budget dropped because season 2 wasn't received as well. So there's like budget cuts moments that you could see that were kind of like, just, it wasn't bad, but it was like, it was a little off-putting. So I can see most people going like, I'm out of here. But there's a season 4 coming. Will I watch it? Probably. Give it a hope that maybe they return to form. But if the early part of season 4 just comes out kind of like the end, like season 2 and 3, I'll probably have to drop this show, which is disappointing. Because like I said, after season 1, I was so hopeful for this series. This is one I'll probably do a deep dive in a future video too, because I don't get it, man. Like, season 1 was so good, and season 2 was kind of like into season 1 was kind of like the signs of the downfall coming. Season 2 was the start of like, it just, if I was like, maybe, like, I started telling myself, oh, maybe it's just set up for season 3, and then season 3 was just like kind of a rushed mess. So I don't know. Maybe if they explain stuff more. Raftali is still great, but I feel like every other character has really stagnated since like early mid season 2. Like, the characters haven't evolved or grown anymore. They haven't changed their dynamics. Nothing's changed. Raftali is kind of like the only one who's slightly evolved, and maybe it's just genuinely I love her character, how it's been written, so I'm just more biased towards her. But I don't know. I feel like characters in this have either had a downfall or just kind of stayed at the same, and it's like the rules of the demi-humans, like once they level up they change form, but some do, some don't now, and we didn't explain that. We just kind of like, yeah, that happened, next. So it's just sad downfall of what I thought was gonna be a great series. I'm hopeful season 4 will change things around. We'll see, but right now, I do not have high hopes for Shield Hero. And for the last one, I'm just going to bunch these two together because I think they were both just kind of bland, boring, not worth the watch. But I stuck through them. Don't know why. Well, I stuck through the eighth son. Are you kidding me? Where a guy got born into a noble family that's broke, has like billion kids anyways, and I don't know. It just wasn't good. I don't really remember much about it. It just kind of was uninteresting. And the other one was Isekai Cheat Magician. I can throw its thing up behind me real quick as well. But let me tell you, I'll be right back. These two just, I don't know why I'm putting it up there. Like, it's like, oh, it doesn't want to load. It's like, you don't want that trash up there. Because Isekai Cheat Magician, I dropped. I said no. This one, like, few episodes in, it was like this weird, like, mom dynamic between the main character and his best friend that got portaled with him. And it was just like one of those super cringy, boring main character, boring side characters. Like, we're just throwing like half naked women in there to try to, like, oh, eye candy, maybe that will distract you from how bad it is. It's just no. So these two, both at the bottom of the list, I would recommend stay away from them unless you love trash, like with hot anime women in it, and you want to just watch hot anime women, I guess. I'm normally the one who finds good in even like the most average animes. I'm a very positive Pete, so you know. But these two, like, as I grouped them up here together, they're just generic, very boring, no standout, like anything that's like, man, I remember that. Like, because like, even like Shield Hero Season 3, as much as I didn't like it, there's still moments I can remember that stand out. There's still side characters that were introduced that kind of stood out and stuff. Like, there's glimmers of hope there. These two do not have that. These two do not have anything positive about it. So these two are no-goes. And, yeah. No, just avoid them at all costs. Thank you again for watching anything I make. Like I said, this year, plan on going further in depth to more of my passions, more than just gaming. Because really, since I started the channel, it's just been gaming. A couple reactions and stuff here, but that's... I've got plans for anime. I've got plans for WWE stuff because I want to make, like, I want to make friends based around my likes. And if I keep putting out content of stuff I like, I'm hoping people will come around that like the same things. So we're kind of going to explore more of my passions, more of my likes. I don't want to make 17 different channels like other people do. I'd like to keep it all on one channel, keep it nice and compact, build a nice little community around everything I enjoy, and see if I can't find people that are similar. So for now, thank you again. We hit 1,000 at the end of last year. We're already up to like 1,400. So it's steaming right along. I'm so thankful for any support. And like I said, other than just saying thank you, the plan is this year to do things like this that further kind of diversify the channel, kind of add more things to watch and more things to see and experience, and want to kind of put out more things. I have other ideas coming, like some role play things and stuff coming up, so please keep a lookout. We will be doing lots of stuff this year because, like I said, my goal is, instead of just saying thank you, it's to put in more effort and more time and more bigger projects into this year than just gaming. So thank you again for the support. Join the Discord, come hang out, come make friends. And other than that, just have a great day.